Hola, 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 hola. Welcome VOD channel. Let me turn my streaming playlist on. Hey. Alright, originally I was just gonna chill and build something. So for those who don't know, hi. I'm currently working on, spoilers. I'm currently working on, Secret of the Red Rose, like I'm making it a thing now. For context, previously in, on Enchanted SMP, unfortunately all those VODs are gone. I had to delete them for reasons. Nothing that I've done or nothing that the owners of the server have done, but a member of the server ended up being not a good person, and I don't want them to be represented on my channel basically. So I took those VODs down. Originally I was just gonna record an announcement video where I explain what Red Rose is, and I'm still gonna do that, but I need to build a little room for me to chill in while I explain. So I thought I might as well record myself building it so that the VOD channel isn't starved. especially because I'm gonna be gone for a few weeks to film an IRL short film on top of this for like college work. Also, by the way, this is really random, but shout out Photon Shaders. Like this is barely affecting my ability to run the game and record, and it just looks so sick. Like I'm quite fond of the I'm very fond of Photon. So basically in the teaser video that's gonna go along with the announcement video, you wouldn't have seen that. This is movie magic, we don't worry about that. You would have seen roughly from this angle at like 60 FOV, this roughly, just like in a different weather, but like yeah, that's basically it. But also full transparency here. This is you might get behind the scenes secrets on about Red Rose on this channel as I continue. Full transparency, I did not design this. I have like obviously like I've made it my own, like I've adapted things, but like this is the general shell of the building, like the general vibe of it. I fully just stole this off Pinterest. Like I'm a bit so dead ass. I don't make a secret of it. I'm not like, I built this in a rush. I believe the original was made by Mike Vincent, so I will obviously credit them for me just straight up ripping their design. The only reason I did that is because I'm in a rush. Whenever I do use someone else's designs, obviously they will be credited, and also when I do the behind the scenes videos on here, when I just, you know, build, yeah, be prepared for a lot of building content. I'll credit the people accordingly, but they created this like outer shell. I was just looking originally, because I do this quite often, I look at like different Minecraft builds and IRL buildings to get like an inspiration, to get like an idea. And this one I just thought looked so sick. It was gothic, and it just fit the design so well for what I wanted it to be like, especially this like gothic roof on the tower with like the cross in the middle. Like it just looked so sick. Like the texturing is slightly different because I obviously didn't copy it 1-to-1, but it's from the front, it's practically identical. Like it's almost the exact same building. So shout out to Mike Vincent on Pinterest. I fully just stole his design. Like the pathway and the graves, that was my added magic. And this over here is movie magic. So this room, the inside of this room is meant to be in here, but that's movie magic. This side, by the way, it looks really bad. This looks terrible. I did this. This was not Mike Vincent. I'm not gonna do him dirty like that. I used, as you can imagine, because I built it in a rush, I kind of didn't spend much time on details that only I would see. So I honed in on very much this angle and this angle looking nice. And this angle looking nice. I try to avoid this angle being visible. Because especially if we look into the back, we see some movie magic. This is a bad habit of mine, but this is unusually bad for my standards as well. Also, I have this room here. This is the confessionate stand. This is where the character in the teaser trailer has their little confession. You would have seen this if you've seen the teaser. Like if you're watching this first before anything else, I mean, first of all, kudos to you. But yeah, this is entirely designed by me. Mad Matt J helped build it physically, but the actual design is by me. Like the confessionate stand, this is all me. And you can tell by the fact that, you know, it looks pretty bland. It only took like 10 minutes to make, to be fair. I just needed an interior. Because if we go in here, it's quite small. Like you can see how I attempted it here, but I was like, it's too awkward. So I just made a little thing on the flank, interior on the out, and I see my friend who helped me build this added a little design to the front. These building sounds are very loud. But yeah. So yeah, I'll waffle a bit about what Secret of the Red Roses while I build a little room for my character to stand in and talk in the announcement video. So the idea of Minecraft Secret of the Red Rose, and you may be able to tell based like on vibes, depending on how much you know about like different pieces of mediums, you may be able to tell that it's loosely inspired by a mix of of all things the Bible and Ultrakill. Now, I am not a religious man. I think this is really important to note in this situation. I'm not a religious person. I like the Bible like as a book. I don't believe in it. I don't like think that what happens in the Bible happened IRL, but I respect it like as a story. I think it's a really like interesting story. I think anyone like I don't think you should like be worried if you are religious. You don't have to be worried about me making fun of the religion. Like I grew up around religion. I know how important it can be to people, so there's no worry there about me making fun of anything. So okay, we have it that the light is coming from there. So if we have we're gonna create like an open room. Like there's only really gonna be like 2 walls. So, but yeah, like I mentioned, you don't really have to worry too much about me taking the piss out of your religion. I'm not gonna do that. I have too much respect of religions and fear of religious people to do that. But The story is following a character called Ezekiel. Because Ezekiel is a religious name. You'll find a lot of the character names will be religious in nature. And the reason for that is because it just makes life easy. It just makes sense for the characters to have religious names considering the subject matter. So like various names from the Bible will be present. Who knows, if you have a religious name, maybe your name will be used in in this story. Okay, that's fine. I'm creating like a little storage like closet here, and yeah, so it's following Ezekiel, and in the teaser trailer, Ezekiel basically confesses to a priest that he has that he believes to have killed God. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna like say what happened, nor am I gonna give any spoilers here. This is just gonna be a little like talking about it while I build. I guess you could say it's kind of like an info dump. I don't know. I guess I just thought it'd be cool if you guys joined me for this little building moment. Alright, we'll do that, and then boom. Then we extend this by 1, and we add more lanterns. Yes. So yeah, Secret of the Red Rose. Originally, it was gonna be a lore series over on the Enchanted SMP, but due to, as previously mentioned, complications, this is no longer possible. I obviously don't condone anything that this person has done, and I think if you do condone what they've done, you are a terrible person. Straight up. Like, there's no ifs, buts, and or maybes for that. If you condone that, you're a shit person. But yes, it's gonna be entirely made in vanilla Minecraft. But when I put vanilla in quotes, like, I'm obviously using replay mod. Not actually. I'm using flashback, and it's because I thought it would be cool. Obviously, a huge inspiration, as you can imagine, is gonna be Ivory's my mind is blanking. It's gonna be Ivory's White Pine series. See, I got it eventually. So, as you can imagine, obviously there's a huge inspiration there. I think White Pine is great. I have some issues with it, of course. Like with any piece of medium, nothing's perfect. But I think as far as like scripted Minecraft content goes, it is the best there is right now. And of course, if like any fellow content creators or friends of mine are seeing this and they want to get involved, you know where to reach me. I'm gonna be working pretty tightly with my friends. Don't expect like this series to get like made super quickly. I am a very slow worker, and I have a habit of overestimating my abilities, especially when it comes to efficiency. So, especially with me having to do like a short film for college, the first episode will probably take the longest. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to making it. Flashback is a lot easier than replay mod. Like I was a hater of Flashback because I was like, why change a perfectly running system? And then I used it for the teaser and I was like, oh my god, that's why. That's why we change a perfectly running system. But yeah, my mind's completely blank. I believe I've mentioned, but just in case I haven't, we're building a room for the announcement. Boom, boom. Okay. We're getting into a little bit of a design here. I'm not talking much about what I'm doing building wise. But also low-key, I don't think you guys care. Yeah, 3 should be enough. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. To be fair, yeah, no, I'm keeping that. There we go, and then we can a chain and a bell, so it's like a grandfather clock. But yeah, I'm excited to work on this project. Jesus, that was so loud. I'm so sorry. I'm excited to work on this project. It's gonna be a lot of fun to make. I quite enjoy playing around with cinematics in Minecraft. Cinematics in general. I'm not really helping the film student stereotype by making films in Minecraft, but oh well. But yeah, also in case some of you are like, oh, he's alive. Yes, I am alive. I obviously got a bit busy after the Soda Skirmish event, which I took part in. But I have a bit more free time on my hands now, which feels weird to say considering I have like 7 million projects going on. Okay, so I like the beehive block because it kind of looks like like a drawer. But let me push this back a block. But yeah, I think you guys can see the vibe that I'm going for with this room. A very cozy, like a room that you would love to chill in, kinda. That's like the vibe we're going for. I can put like a plant pot on here, I think. Plant. No, wait, what? What's it? Flower pot. Ah, it's a flower pot. That's stupid. Then we'll put the flower in this after. Put one there as well. And then we can take this design here. And then boom, 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 boom. Oh, I have an idea. If we do like this, obviously we need to do this anyway. This is the wall. But if we go like that, take this so we know that this is where the theoretical roof would be. We can take these and we can create like shells. And then we can have this be like the cutoff point. Actually, I think this needs to be out one more. I think we give this a little bit more of a gap, because then we have the same amount of gap between here and there. Yeah, that looks nicer. Let's put like a little desk here. If we like there. Boom, 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 boom. Just put it like that, that's fine. We could then like that, and then we can put a painting. Painting. I don't know what this one is, but it's not really too important. We're doing the tried and true here. This is like old building style. What's it called? That one you like climb it. What's it called? What's that block called? Scaffolding. Scaffolding, and then we put like a birch door on it because I think they match nicely. That wasn't. There we go. Boom, and then boom, boom. It's like a little table to go with the couch. We'll just finish the framing here. Can you place... Is this the one? Yes, you can. Okay, but first, because we can make a little carpet, can't we? Let's place the grey wall underneath, because then it like looks more like a carpet. Light grey wall. But I'm still amazed by how good photon shaders look, especially like for how good the game runs, like with the photon shaders. Obviously, my Minecraft instance is like very optimized, but like still. Let's make a cool chair. Let's make like a cool chair. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Is that a cool chair, guys? Do we fuck with this chair? Doesn't really need to look though, as long as it like from this angle looks about right. Again, movie magic, guys. Alright, and then we just finish the wall and we pretty much should be done. To be fair, I did point out that we're just building something quickly. But yeah, obviously, there's gonna be a mystery to figure out in Secret of the Red Rose. So if you think you can figure out the mystery, just from the teaser alone, then be my guest. Try and solve it. Obviously, I'm not gonna confirm or deny anything, but I'd love to see you guys theory craft. Ugh. I think we need a window. If we just yeah, flowers. We need flowers. Mushrooms fits with the theme. We could also just put like sea pickles somewhere because it kind of looks like stuff. It's like I think the turtle eggs as well will, if I remember correctly, look pretty like fine like as a decorative block. But a dandelion is I'm hoping a dandelion is what I think of it. No. No. What's it called? It's like a little white one. Azure. Like that. Because instead of this we could just do we could like that, and then we can put two of these there. And then we can put this there. No, we can put this. I did this wrong. There we go. If we then put 1, 2, 3, and then we put that in there. Yeah, it adds quite a bit. We could also play around a bit with some banners. Like make a door handle. We'll need orange dye. Brown dye. Okay. So we're taking the brown dye. Let's add like a frame. We want to add like a door frame, like a okay, hold on, I have an idea, but we'll need black dye. Black dye. Okay. We start from the beginning. We add this. Then we take the brown. No, then we take the orange. Like that. And like that. Right? And then we now have doors. I'll just need to do one with the opposite. Boom. 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 And then we take this and create a round. Oh. Because then we can also... Nah, to be fair, these can stay. These can stay the way they are. But yeah, there's our little room. We did it, guys. We built a room, guys. Alright. I guess that's the end of the stream. That was a little quick building stream. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the little ramblings about the Red Rose, Secret of the Red Rose. I know I basically said absolutely nothing, but almost nothing is still more than nothing, you know? It's still something. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.